ഒരു ചോദ്യം, നിങ്ങൾ എത്ര നേരത്തിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ജസ്റ്റ് സർവൈവ് ചെയ്യും? You wake up, you scroll, you eat, you scroll, you sleep. And somewhere between all of that, you forgot that you were supposed to build something. That feeling in your chest, that quiet burning discomfort. That's not anxiety. That is potential. Suffocating under the weight of your own comfort. Don't close this. Not yet. Because the next 12 minutes might be the most important conversation you have had with yourself in years. Let me tell you what's actually happening in your life. Not what you post, not what your friends think. What's actually happening. You have a phone with access to every piece of knowledge in the human history, and you're using it to watch strangers live their lives. You have 24 hours every day. The same 24 hours that built empires, wrote books, created businesses, and you're trading them for dopamine hits that cost you nothing and give you nothing. നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം, പിന്നെ എന്തുകൊണ്ടൊന്നും ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല? That's the real question, and we are going to answer it today. Here's what I see every day, talking to young men across Kerala and the Gulf. Smart guys, genuinely intelligent, good family, maybe some education. Some of you are working already in a company in Dubai or back home in Kochi or studying somewhere. And on paper, you're fine. But there's this internal war that never stops. You compare yourself to others. But instead of that comparison pushing you, it paralyzes you. You watch someone else succeed online, and instead of studying what they did, you feel this dark, quiet invasion. Some of you call it jealousy, but it's deeper than that. But the frustration the strength. You have drive, it's just pointed in the wrong direction. Or worse, it's pointed nowhere at all. Here's the problem I want to address today. The specific, uncomfortable, real problem. You don't have a discipline problem. You have an identity problem. You don't know what's coming, so your brain defaults to comfort every single time. Let me explain what's happening inside your nervous system, because once you understand this, you can never unsee it. Your brain has one primary function. It's not happiness, it's not success, it's survival. It is wired to keep you safe, keep you comfortable, familiar. It doesn't care about your dreams. It cares about predictability. When you try to build discipline, wake up early, hit the gym, study, stop scrolling, your brain sends a threat response. It literally reads effort as danger. And here's where Kerala and GCC specifically creates a limit trap. If you grew up in Kerala, there's a culture script that was written for you before you were born. Degree, job, marriage, repeat. There's no chapter in that script for building something of your own. There's no space for option, for ambition, for the kind of focused, irrational dedication that actually builds a life. If you are in the GCC, Dubai, Qatar, Riyadh, Kuwait, you are surrounded by luxury that belongs to someone else. You work, you send money home, you feel trapped in a golden cage. You see wealth every day and you consume it, but you don't build it. എന്റെ ചുറ്റും എല്ലാം ഉണ്ട്, പക്ഷെ എന്റെ സ്വന്തമായിട്ടൊന്നുമില്ല. This is the psychological wound, and most men are walking around with it open, leading comfort, leading mediocrity, and calling it normal. Here's the hardest truth in this entire video. The reason you haven't changed is not because you lack willpower. It's because you haven't decided who you want to be or who you are yet. Identity precedes behavior, always. I want to say something right now that's going to feel uncomfortable. I need you to stay. You're wasting your sharpest years. The years between 16 and 30 are not a warm-up. They are not a rehearsal. These are the years where the compound interest of effort begins. And if you spend them scrolling, comparing, complaining, and postponing, you will hit 35 and feel a weight in your chest that never fully leaves. I'm not saying this to scare you. Fear is cheap motivation. It fades. I'm saying this because you deserve the truth that people around you are too comfortable to tell you. You're special ആണ്. പക്ഷെ അത് പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ടൈം വേസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് റൈറ്റ് ഇല്ല. Average men wait for motivation. Motivated men wait for the right time. And both of them wait and wait and wait. The man who builds something, he doesn't wait. He decides. And the decision itself creates. Here's what decision making at the identity level looks like. And this is where we shift from problems to power. The identity shift or the identity anchor protocol. 3 steps. Step 1. Name the man. Before you can become someone, you have to describe him. Not aspirationally, specifically. Not I want to be successful, that's paper. Instead, I'm a man who wakes up before 6 a.m., who protects his mental clarity like money, who builds one skill per quarter, who is calm under pressure, and who takes responsibility for everything in his life. Like that. On paper, not on a phone. അവനാരാ അത് മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നു അതാവുന്നു. Step 2. Eliminate the contradiction. You cannot build the man who you describe by maintaining the behaviors that contradict him. If the man you are becoming sleeps by 11 p.m., then your current version of staying up until 2 a.m. scrolling in the night is neutral behavior. It is an act of self-sabotage. Pick your 3 biggest contradictions. The behaviors you do every day that the man you're becoming would never do. Write them. Not to judge yourself, to see clearly. Step 3. The 30-minute anchor. Every day, before the world gets access to your attention, you protect 30 minutes. This is non-negotiable. In those 30 minutes, you do 3 things. Physical movement, even 10 push-ups, mental clarity, journal 1 page or read 1 chapter, and intention setting. Review the man you described in step 1. This is not a morning routine. This is an identity reinforcement ritual. ആരും കാണുന്നില്ല പിന്നെ എന്തിന്? കാരണം അത് നിന്റെ ജീവനാണ്. This moment, and if you have experiences, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Where something shifts. It's not dramatic. It doesn't come with fireworks. It comes quietly after a week of small, consistent actions. When you look in the mirror and you don't recognize the comfort-seeking version of yourself. And that moment is what we are building toward. The men I have seen transform, boys who came from nothing in small towns in Kerala, men working 12-hour shifts in the Gulf, who somehow found 1 hour a day to build skills. They didn't have more time than you. They didn't have better circumstances. They made different decisions about who they were. എന്റെ പരിസ്ഥിതികൾ മാറും, പക്ഷെ എന്റെ ക്യാരക്ടർ എന്റെ പരിസ്ഥിതികളെ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യും. You are not a product of your environment. You are a product of your decisions inside your environment. And that changes everything. I want you to think about one person. Maybe it's your father who worked every day of his life so you could have opportunities he never had. Maybe it's your mother who sacrificed quietly in ways you are only now beginning to understand. Maybe it's your younger sibling who looks at you the way you used to look at someone you admired. Or maybe it's you, yourself. The version of you at 16 who had the world ahead of him and genuinely believed that he was capable of something real. That person deserves more than comfort. That person deserves your best effort. നീ അവനാകും. അവൻ നിന്നെ തിരിഞ്ഞു നോക്കുമ്പോൾ ഈ നേരം ഓർമ്മക്കണം. If this hits something real in you, don't scroll past it. Don't save it for later. Right now, open the notes app, write 3 words that describe the man you're choosing to become. 3 words. That's the starting point. Subscribe if you're serious about this, because next video, we are talking about one habit that separates boys from man, this X generation. നിങ്ങൾ റെഡിയാണെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടാവും, കാത്തിരിക്കോ. Discipline isn't building gyms. It's building silence of a moment no one is watching. And you choose correctly anyway.